I should record that. I hope y'all can hear it. Of course. Everything pops. Hold on. I hope y'all can hear it. Hold on. Oh, crap. Do I have a stream? No, I don't. Well, can I do this? No. That's why I say electronics are bad today. Electronics were bad yesterday. Hold on. I'm going to take these off. Now, I think people can probably hear. Okay, let me put something on and I will go and make coffee. I need coffee. Oh, God. What am I doing? Where am I at? What's going on? Okay, any minute now. It will get better. Let's just kind of start out kind of slow. We are kind of slow. Let's do this one. Very helpful. Okay, hold on. Am I sharing? Not yet. Okay, here we go. There we go. And of course, there's an advertisement.
If only you believe like I believe, baby, like I believe, we get by. If only you believe, if only you believe in miracles, so would I. If only you believe like I believe, if only you believe in miracles, baby. I might have to move heaven and earth to prove it to you, baby. So we're making love. Power, power, and there's really nothing we can't do. You know we could, you know we could. If we wanted to, you know we could, you know we could. We could exist on the stars. If it's so easy. Every little faith keeps holding this world together. Ain't nothing better, ain't nothing. Hell, it's the same everywhere. It's the same. Nothing ever breaks that.
Happy birthday, Homestead! Good morning. Happy birthday. No kidding, every day you're still alive is a miracle. Sometimes. Dang, I swear. Happy birthday. I will eat some cake in your honor. I will try to find some double fudge chocolate cake. How about that? I hope y'all can hear. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. I'm just now waking up, just now making coffee. I haven't had even coffee yet. I'm still kind of not there. And we'll see what happens. I should. Somebody. Let me continue for a minute. Try to get it together. If I open up too many screens, though, especially on YouTube, and I've had to redo the computer. Well, I didn't have to, but I did because it was really slow, and I was afraid that I got something on there playing a game. So I reformatted it. Oh, God, that was an ordeal and a half. I swear to God. I was up all night. So now I'm using. Oh, God, what is this? Browser. I don't even know what this is. Edge. Uh-oh. And I need to fix that. But yeah, all kinds of electronic things are just going weird. Well, there was the computer. I'm still reformatting and putting on profiles. I tell you what, that's my main saga lately. That washing machine quit working the very first day. I called them, told them about it. Nobody called me back. Anyway, I'm fighting with them. They want to charge me another $150 delivery fee to either exchange it or just take it back. And we are not going to play that. I'm going executive secretary on them. It's like, no, this is unacceptable. So far, I've called them. Well, I sent them an email. They want to send me to the manufacturer. And I'm like, no, 48 hours, this is yours. So I think they sold me a used machine. And that's why they can't send it back to the manufacturer within. Anyway. And then I was in a parking lot waiting for somebody. I gave him a ride to the doctor. And I fiddled around too much, and the battery ran down in the car. Maintenance charged it back up again, but that was another thing. What else am I afraid to touch? But I've been looking up, like, for example, this morning I did a search. Our new because I've never had a new washing machine. Our new washing machines usually delivered in the box because it was not in the box. And it seems that usually they are. So, anyway, I called Channel 2 News, Consumer Advocate, and I put it on. I'm an old lady on fixed income. I'm going blind in one eye. They're trying to cheat me. Help. So we'll see what they want to do. I'll even put on my eye patch. Oh, thank God. Coffee. Okay, hold on. Wait. Crap. I know. It just seems like all at once, all kind of crap is going on that is just testing what little reserve I have of civility. I was cussing. I wasn't on the phone cussing. I was trying to be really, really nice. Well, except for my raised voice and shout. But I thought y'all are just trying to piss me off, by God. So I'm trying to know, like, I need to calm down before I shoot somebody or have a heart attack. Mm-hmm. So much was happening all at once. It must be the moon or something. I don't know. Anyway, whatever it is, I'm going to try to fight it. I wonder if I can change this. Make it bigger. No, apparently not. Oh, I'm lucky I'm doing this right now. So I'm not going to push my leg. Oh, God. Wake and bake. If I can keep pepper off of my cream, I think I'll try and take a video of the horses at my sister's. Hold on. There. Yeah, I think I'll try and take a video of the horses at my sister's. They are happy. I swear. They're spoiled rotten. She says that Chaban kisses her dog. I said that's better than giving him a kick in the head. That's what they did. The big dog kicked him in the head. But, it didn't hurt him. Oh, thank God, coffee. I need my mocha pot. I need my mocha pot. Coffee press, coffee just doesn't do it sometimes. Sometimes I need that slam. I need to order a new gasket thing. Because I fried mine to the pot a couple times. Oh, God. So, oh, God, they are so pretty. They are fat. I like a horse with a big fat butt. They're fat. They got big butts. Their ribs were kind of starting to show a little bit before I took them down to the corner. And they're just fat and sleek and pretty after being in that pasture. And Connie just pets them like My Little Pony. I mean, she's always talking about they like being brushed. I'm like, yeah, they like being brushed. They like being petted. Yeah, they like being petted. Hey, love, what's up? I'm trying to wake up. I'll play some music. Hold on. Yeah, I'm trying to wake up. Let's see what's going on. That washing machine quit working. I am fighting with them right now. I have called Channel 2 News and told them they are trying to cheat an old woman. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now. I'm trying to wake up. Let's try this again. Oh, wait, there's a button for this. Hold on. Crap. All right, stop. Try this again. I just now saw this. It's been up there all the time. One less button. Okay, let's try. Oh, Lord. Miracles. I need some miraculous things work.
Right where I found you, baby. Put my arms around you, baby. Baby. But it's a magic word, yeah. If you ever find it, I'm like, but from that very first look in your eyes, I knew you were mine, but one heart, only our bodies were apart. That was so easy, baby, so easy, baby. I had a taste for the real world. When I went down on you, never stopped. Only you believe, my God, believe we get by. Only you believe,
I swear. Oh wait, okay, hold on.
only you believe, my God, we get by. Only you believe in miracles, baby. So would I. Can hear windmills and rainbows whenever you tell me. I feel like wherever you go. Oh yeah, alright. Baby, we sure doing it tonight. Every time you come by, let me try. That's how I like it. Do I have it up your vibes? You know the whole my vibes. I'm still dreaming. Yeah. Right where I found you, baby. With my arms around your baby. You believe in miracles, believe in miracles. So would I. Only you believe like I believe, like I believe. We get by.
Oh God, what's it called?
Only you believe like I believe, like I believe. So would I. Only you believe like I believe, baby, like I believe. We get by. Only you believe in me.
See? All these electronic things are getting kind of goofy. And I think I got porn bond. I'm not sure. I was busy playing and pushing buttons, but I think I saw a penis. You know, maybe it was just my mind. Oh my god. Yeah, things are just messing up. Please check my internet connection. I wonder if am I here? Okay, I must be here. Should I try it again? I think I will. All right. Let's try that again. I mean, it was an okay song. But it's the principle that counts now. Dun, dun, dun.
If only you believe like I believe, baby, like I believe, we get by. If only you believe, if only you believe, I believe, baby, like I believe, we get by. If only you believe in miracles. So I might have to move heaven and earth to prove it to you, baby. So we're making love. Power and nothing if we want. You know, we could exist on the stars if it's so easy. Ain't nothing better, ain't nothing's better than all the answers to our prayers. Yeah, it's the same everywhere. It's the same now. Nothing ever breaks except the heart. The tears. Feeling the same now. Then you're right where I found you, baby. With my arms around you, baby. It's a magic word. Yeah. When I went down on you, never stopped. We get by. So would I. Windmills and rainbows whenever, and dancing whenever you walking with me. You ripple like a river when I touch you. When I feel like your body like a stream. When I start dancing inside you, oh baby, make me wanna stop. Yeah, I feel so. Oh yeah, all right, baby, we're sure doing it tonight. Every time you come by, let me try. Pretty please, with sugar on it. That's how I like it. I can't even believe it. With you, it's like having every dream I ever wanted. I picked up your vibes, you know the whole my vibes, and I'm still dreaming. Yeah, find you right where I found you, baby. With my arms around you, baby. If only you believe like I believe, baby. Like I believe we get by. We get by. Only you believe in miracles, baby. So would I. So would you believe like I believe, baby, like I believe we get by. Only you believe in miracles, baby. So would I. We get by. Only you believe in miracles. So would I.
Oh, good. He's doing.
How you doing?
Let me get rid of a few buttons. Are you there? Can you hear me? Can you speak?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, thank God. Yes. We'll see how far this goes. Like I said, electronics have just been, anything electric has been just going crazy the past couple of days.
And what's been happening?
So I'm amazed we haven't exploded.
Oh, what's been going on?
Oh, life. I swear to God. How about you?
Me, I've got like a million problems. Technology being one. money being another, living space being another.
Oh, I'm just trying to like just not throw something across the room right now. It's as light as I can be. Holy cow. But yeah, what happened? Well, the washing machine quit and they don't want to do anything, so I'm calling Channel 2 News. What else happened? I ran the car battery down, just sitting in the parking. Well, I was like playing around and not having the engine going. What else happened? Oh, and this laptop. I reformatted the laptop.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I just have never had to change so many passwords. I started having to write my passwords down. It wouldn't connect. So electronics are bad.
Yeah. I don't like it. We need to go back to nature and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be better. It's just that like the convenience of technology and all these kind of things. Like people rely on it,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
they? You know,
I mean, like the
like his
washing
phones.
machine. I really
But
would
yeah,
not want to go back to stones and a washboard as far as laundry.
it might be a
But,
better way of doing it.
mm-hmm. At least the old ringer machine. We had an old ringer machine, where you run it through the ringer. We had one of those. But I don't know what it is. I thought maybe it's, the sun, coronal mass ejections, or maybe it's the moon, or I don't know. But whatever it is, I'm really having to struggle to maintain my higher vibrations. I tell you what.
Yeah, a few people have said that actually. Like there's like a
Really?
vibrational frequency, which is kind of going off,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of like, I don't know. Like part of it is kind of like it could be like Earth's frequency, part of its healing process. Sometimes it has to go
Mm-hmm.
through frequencies like that. It goes through its own low, so we experience it as well. But then there's also stuff like 5G. So then like 5G could be causing it and all that kind of stuff, or whatever other frequency they're using.
Because I believe in it. Because, it just seems like things just run like that for a while. And then everything is okay again. So
But
that's
people
why I
feel
think.
it though. People feel it, don't they? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like an energetic thing.
And I think maybe if it's going through things that I can see, like electronics, like the car, like the computer, that must be running through us too. Like you say, vibrations and frequencies. We just probably manifest it differently.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because we're part of it. Mm. But that's all I'm kind of doing right now. I'm just trying to wake up, trying to relax and chill out. Because I did do quite a bit of laundry.
I'm doing
Anyway,
laundry now.
even if it was messing up and bouncing around and shaking and so forth and so forth, I still thought I still have laundry to do. So I still did it anyway. So I did do it. I just want them to take the machine back. So, yeah. So I don't know if it's like some kind of vortex or some kind of frequency or the devil.
The devil is another
The
instance.
devil made me do it. I know. So I'm going to try and withstand it and try to not cause damage. Even if
Yeah,
it's
I
a
think
little bit
it's like a
harder.
wave.
Yeah.
It's like a wave in a sense. It's like once you pass through it, you you're beyond it then, and we're back into normal frequency.
Yeah. You just
It's either
got to
that,
surf through it.
or it's just technology. You know what I mean? Because technology is a nightmare anyway, isn't it? From get go kind of thing.
Hmm. But it just shows me how dependent I really am on it now. And it wasn't just a few years ago. And I try really hard to be kind of, not as technologically deep as a lot of people. And still, yeah, it throws me off to not have a phone, to not have internet, to, all of that kind of stuff. It throws me off. And I thought, holy cow, what if we did have the zombie apocalypse and we were back to caveman? A lot of people couldn't handle it. I mean, if we had no electrics, no electricity right now for whatever reason, I think a lot of people would just wander around like zombies. They wouldn't know what to do.
See, if there's an issue with it, it's gonna see, electric's part of this world anyway. And so
Yeah,
they exploit electrics to use the technology, don't they? So really,
yeah,
that power, it used to be part of what the world were. I kind of think like like the giant trees, and it's like
yeah.
all the copper that's in them. And like all plants have copper in them, even like tiny plants and stuff like just a tiny little bit of copper or whatever and stuff. But like the giant trees, they seem to have a lot of copper, and that's where we get the copper mines from, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, it's like melted or like when all trees burnt down and stuff. So
Because
then,
it
like,
seems like, yeah,
in terms of what the trees were capable of, because, like, grass produces seeds, uh, bushes can produce berries, trees can produce
mm-hmm.
apples and such things like that kind of thing. Like, within like giant trees, what could they produce? So
Yeah,
like, I've got like my Origins of Life series, which is connected to that. So like, where life came from and stuff. Like in that, I propose that all plants produce life. It's just that it's like the heart-brain network of a forest. It was so active
mm-hmm.
that it knew that it could provide for it, so it produced life. You know what I mean? Like now, because all trees have been felled, then you've got the forest knows not to produce life. It needs
Yeah,
to
because
regrow
it's,
itself so it can create a utopia again. Um,
and I wonder what the giant, because I remember seeing the sequoias when I was little, and those are supposed to be small and nothing compared to what did live. Because I think the mesas were probably trees. I've seen those videos, and I thought
yeah,
something that big, what could it have reached and touched and brought down? From like outer space or the dome or whatever. They might have reached to that height if they were that big as a mesa.
even bigger. The
Even
the
bigger.
the continents that we're on, like in my first series, I've got like an episode, a few episodes. It's showing this coastline, and you can see all tree lines. So and they go into ocean. So then under ocean, you've got seamounts, and you've got like the giant trees that look like Devil's Tower, but
Yeah.
like underwater.
Yeah, because I like to look at that too. So it's hard for, oh God, I'm trying to put the link up for Forever Love if she wants to come up. But my electronics are just all messing up. All right, maybe if I
Oh,
do this. There we go.
what
Oh,
were you gonna say?
go back.
Um,
Man.
so if the giant trees had copper, and they're like a significant amount of copper, they might have even produced their own light. Because you get like a lot of animals which produce their own, like fireflies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's a bunch more, but if the trees had that capability, so like even on Avatar, they kind of showcase that kind of thing. Like at night time, it were all lit up,
Mm-hmm.
so the giant trees could have been like that in a way.
Yeah.
So if we consider that there might be a way to use electric in a way that the giant trees did, which makes it like um, free of pollution and all that kind of stuff. It's like a positive thing.
Well, so many people think that a lot of old technology, like Tartaria, mud flood kind of thing, that there was a lot of free energy, that a lot of things were free. And maybe we're slaves now. Things changed because it seems like they thought there was free energy, probably free free places to live. And now we have to work just to live and pay taxes and pay for everything.
Yeah, everything's
Forever
getting
Love,
really
what's up?
expensive. Sorry?
Oh, here's Forever Love if I can get the buttons to work. Oh, I swear, what happened?
Oh.
Patience, Susan, patience. Patience. Damn it.
Hey, Quick Mary. Hey, Love Koen.
Patience, damn it. Now. Oh, I swear. Oh, I'm waking up. I'm only on my first cup of plain old regular non-mocha coffee.
Oh,
And I think I even slept last night, too. Let me release the hellhound cat. Where's Pepper? I did. I was hiding in the office. Oh, poor big dog. I am. I thought I'm gonna make a video, of Big Dog, doing his thing. And then Pepper just jumping on his face like an alien, jumping on his tail, chasing him across the room. Like, that's who the real boss is in this house. That's the real bully. Oh, God, coffee.
I'm sorry. I didn't know what you were talking about because I just come out of the shower and I clicked on the YouTube and I saw you was live. So I thought, oh, yes, finally.
Yes. Well, it's just electronics are just bad. They're going off. They're running down. They're not working. They're just really frustrating the heck out of me. And
it seems to be very intense the last week, even more than usual.
Really? Because I thought I'd put it up because I wonder if it's just me or if it's just like a general phase. Oh my God.
Here too.
Mm-hmm.
Like just dropping out. And yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I was sitting in a parking lot, waiting for somebody, and I ran the battery down in the car and had to get a jump from maintenance. I reformatted this laptop, and that was a giant mistake. Oh, I just had to. Oh, it's just. Oh God, passwords and emails and confirmations, and we must send a login to your other devices to confirm who you are. And it's just. It took me 2 days to get that situated again. And I thought, well, that'll teach me, golly.
You know what was weird as well? When I came into StreamYard, when I pressed the button, I never had to do that before. I had to, they wanted to know my email address.
What?
Otherwise, I couldn't proceed. Yeah. So now they have my email
That's
address.
new.
For me, it was. I've never seen it.
Yeah. Dang, they're getting awful personal.
Yeah, they really are.
Mm-hmm.
And when they want to track my face or something, then I'm out. Then I'm just done.
Well, that's what this one wanted to do. That was one of the frustrations. I was trying to set it up, and it kept. Well, for one thing, it did not recognize my email. It wanted me to log in and set up my profile and what was my email, and it did not recognize my email, and it did not recognize my password, and it wanted me to make a pin or do a face scan or a thumb scan.
Yeah, right.
And it was trying to force me.
No way.
To do that. Yeah.
Not doing that. Hey, where's Love Koen?
I don't know. He might have dropped. Like I said, all of this electronic stuff is just going haywire.
I'm sorry. I hope I didn't interrupt your conversation.
Oh no, I was just griping like this. There he is. See what else? It's electronics. It's the sun. It's the moon. Oh God. Now I accidentally keep turning my touchpad into a keyboard and typing 3s instead of pushing the button.
Hey, Love Koen.
Hey.
There. Like I said, oh.
It's
all peace.
Yeah.
Oh, holy cow.
Whew.
Mm. Oh, I knocked myself out of mom and dad's too.
Oh
Oh,
no.
yeah, so I'll have to climb in a window.
Oh,
I told my sister, she said, you go, girl. I'll get you
oh,
high.
oh, that's at least you got a little, how you call it? Een opstapje. Someone who gives you a little, you can climb on her. I don't know how
I
you
know
say
it.
that. How you say that.
But she was in a hurry, and I told her, I said, well, what it is there's, the two locks. There's a deadbolt and a regular. Hey, Annette, how are you? Push the button. Come on, Annette. So, I locked both the locks. And then I found out I only had a key for one lock on each door. And it wasn't always the same lock. Sometimes I had a key for the deadbolt. Sometimes I had a key for the door lock. But I didn't have two keys for any one door. And I thought, darn. There we go. See how things are they're just acting goofy. There, see, things are just acting goofy today.
No, that was just me. I pressed the
Oh.
I pressed the button accidentally. I'm sorry.
So I think that will be my goal for the day. I will put on my work pants and my snake boots and go get Connie and climb through the window and open the
Sounds
door.
exciting.
I know. It's like a jungle adventure just going to the corner. Take my whip and my chain and my dog. Oh my goodness. But yeah. Oh, I'm going to try and this has just messed up. See, here it goes. I would like to play a video, but I think it would be too much for this internet to handle today. See?
Sorry. I tried to look for the chat, and then that's why what happens when I.
Too many buttons.
Yeah. I wanted to leave my email address to Lefkoon,
Oh,
but
okay.
shit, I just can't even talk.
I know. We got to do the private thing. It doesn't
Yeah.
show that.
Okay.
I don't see that. Where am I? What am I doing?
Okay.
Because I can't see the private chat. I can see comments. Oh, wait, there it is. Oh, God, I swear.
I found it.
I did too. Oh, God, I swear.
Oh.
I'll figure it out.
I had an escapee this morning.
Really? Who? One of your bunnies?
Yeah.
Did
Last
they really?
week. Yeah, and they've been really good. Last week they managed to open up one of the gates by themselves.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know what's up with them. They're getting really smart.
That's what I was thinking. That's too smart.
Yeah,
Golly.
but they done it before. Actually, they done it. I left the cage open as well a couple of times, but I just forgot. But this time I really checked. They did it.
They did it.
Yeah, this time they did, and they did it one time before. But this morning, one escaped through the fence. They dug a hole. they ate through it, and the other one.
A rabbit would dig a hole.
Yeah. But there's tiles, but they just. Oh man, I mean, I need to replace the fence. It's too old and it's falling apart. But it was exciting. That was my excitement from this morning. Like I'm like, you go in back there, because I don't like to pick them up because they come to me,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, finally he went in after an hour.
Oh, golly. I know. Get your cardio up, isn't it? Chasing them around. I thought that's my steps for the day. Golly. But yeah, all of these, it's just been I mean, that's not really, really bad excitement, but it's just unusual, you know,
Okay.
unplanned for. Where's
Yeah.
my ink pen? So I'm just going to try and just be calm as
I'm
much as
not even.
possible.
I don't think I have to remove my email from the back chat because
I don't think so.
they already have it now.
Wipe your brains.
Yeah.
You didn't see that. Oh, God, let me see. I am blind. I didn't see. Okay.
I'm going to be very careful that I'm not doing.
That's probably right.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can sort of kind of. We'll see how this goes. Oh, my God. Okay, let me try and get back.
How is your washing machine doing?
It quit working.
No.
Yes, it did that day. The very first load, it started shaking. The very first load, because he loaded it up with water, and I guess it did okay with just water. But when I put the first load in, it did that. Second load in, it did that. Third load, it quit working, and all the lights came on.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah. So Leon
What a
was here, so
shame.
he looked at YouTube, and if you click it this way and click it that way and click it some more, and like a safe, it will reset. So it did. So it started. So it finished the load. But I called them that afternoon, 48-hour return,
Yeah.
and they don't want to do it.
No way.
That's right. They want me to call Whirlpool, and maybe Whirlpool will fix it. And I said, I don't want
Good
a
job.
repaired new machine.
That's
Or
because you. Oh,
or they will charge me, if I want to exchange it, they will charge me another $150 delivery fee. If I want to return it, it will still be $150 more delivery fee, $300 in delivery fee.
what
So
scammers?
that's right. So I called Channel 2 News. They're a consumer advocate. I sent them an email. I laid it on thick. I'm an old woman. I'm going blind in one eye. They ripped me off. Help me.
Wow.
So we'll see what happens.
Oh, I thought you had such a good deal because you only had to pay a month. So then they probably come pick it up quickly and change it. Okay.
But most of them will do that. They would just have charged a little bit extra for the pickup. And that's why I was just going to take it to the curb. And it's basically would have been the same deal. 48 hours, they deliver. They would have charged extra for the pickup. They install. So that was, and $50 a month was going to be pretty standard. You know, I was going to be able to get that. So it was not like too good of a deal, like a steal kind of a deal. It was a normal.
Yeah.
It was what everybody charges.
Yeah.
And what I think is they sent me, it wasn't in the box. So that was my search today. Do new machines come in a box? And it said usually they do. So I thought, all right, it didn't come in a box. I think it was already used. And that's why they can't send it back to the manufacturer within the 48 hours. And they want me to do it.
Oh,
That's
that's
what
so awful. I hate the dishonesty.
I know it. So, like I said, I called Channel 2 News and I sent them an email. And what else am I going to do? Well, I've already decided what I'm going to do. I'm going to make them. They said if I took it back, loaded it up, and took it back, they would not charge me anything and the whole deal would be off. And I thought about it. And I thought, no, because then they can say that I damaged it, bringing it back. So,
But you have, of course, the mail that you send to them.
oh, yes.
You have evidence of that in 48 hours. So
yep. I sent them an email just for that purpose.
If you have proof of that, they can't do anything with you.
Yes.
That's
so
cool.
my ultimate master plan is if I don't hear back from them today, because everybody is at the fair that can make a decision, is go ahead and tell them you pick it up. You do whatever you're going to do. Charge me whatever you want to charge me. And I'm going to take them to small claims court.
Yep. They need to
So
be to,
there.
yeah,
Because my executive secretarial
yeah.
brain is kicking in. It's like, no,
Good.
we will not have this. This is unacceptable.
Yep. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I hate when you hate. I just don't really dislike that you pay
Cheaters.
money and you have like been on the phone with them for hours to arrange that stuff and then
And then they
this
cheat.
yeah,
And they
that's
lie. And they steal.
yeah. Oh, it's such a
I know
hassle.
it.
So annoying. Such a waste
So
of time.
we'll see what they do. Like I said, if they want to charge me $300, charge me $300 and I'll see you in court. And I'll
Yeah.
go ahead and get one from Lowe's or Home Depot or someplace like that.
Yeah.
Because I can still go ahead and get approved, and have them come bring that up. Do it again. Just owe them $300 until I take them to court, plus fees.
Mhm. Is it in
Like
your
I said,
country too that if you
mhm,
win the case, the loser has to pay for everything?
that's right. And
Okay.
if they don't pay, then there is a lien that shows against their credit report.
Good.
So there.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
it's like
Like I said, my
desperation.
executive secretary was kicking in.
Good for you, Queen Mary. But
Mm-hmm.
I think then of all the people that can't do that or don't have time or their brain won't let them, that's so. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to, because.
But we'll see what happens.
I know you'll get it sorted out. I believe in you.
Oh, yes, they'll know they've been in a fight. They'll remember my name.
But
Oh
I'm
God,
sorry
that
it
old
happened.
woman.
Yeah, the wrong woman.
That old woman. Yeah, that old woman.
No, not old woman. They effed with the wrong woman.
Mm-hmm. It's like, dang. That's one thing about being old. You've been in a lot of fights.
Oh yeah.
Not my first rodeo, as they say. I was telling my sister, I said, yeah, I said, the first time I had to go to small claims was when I was a student in Tahlequah, and Friendly Jim tried to keep the deposit. She started, Friendly Jim? I said, yeah, Friendly Jim. So anyway.
Yeah, I feel that one.
These people.
Yeah.
I swear. But anyway, we'll see. I did a lot of laundry anyway.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Okay, Annette said bye.
Bye, Annette.
Well, she said bye about 10 minutes ago.
Oh,
I was too busy going on.
yeah. I'll be careful. Okay. Oh.
I'm glad I got to talk to her. She was on with Brian Polar Express the other day. I just happened to catch him on there. She was on there.
Oh, I don't think I know.
It's kind of
No.
new.
Ah.
I just happened to catch him. And so
Is
I
that
went on and saw.
Fathead? Is that Fathead's new channel?
No, I don't think so. But he goes by Polar Bear, and he came over to America for a while and got stranded at Walmart in Arkansas and went through a tornado.
Whoa.
Yeah, but then he
No.
went back home.
Where is he from?
Where is he from? Germany? I think he's from Germany.
Whoa. And then you get stuck in a tornado.
Oh God, let me make sure the big dog is turned up. Yes. He didn't even really know because I was kind of watching it because, he was around this area. And, yeah, big dog's chained up. And he was showing it and the sirens are going off. And I was like, oh, my goodness. And he was just sitting at the Walmart parking lot out there. I was like, oh, my goodness, that's a tornado. Yeah. But it went over or went by or something. Anyway, he lived. And he didn't even go to the shelter. I don't think he even went inside the get and go. Yeah. It's
We
fall.
do
You
have
can
them
tell
here.
it's cold.
Is it getting colder? Yeah. Yeah, here too.
Mhm. It's chilly this morning. See, all the stuff is starting to turn brown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we blink and then it's spring again. Woo. Time is
Mhm.
flying by so fast. It's crazy.
I know it. Well, I wish we had pecans. Usually, when it
Yeah.
gets like this, well, sometimes you can smell it. I mean, really, you can smell the pecans sometimes when it's wet. And there have not been pecans for years and years.
I remember you
I
saying
saw,
like a year or 2 years ago you was picking the pecans.
yeah, because I've got 2 big trees in this yard, and there are so many out in the country. So that is one thing that makes me think of climate change, or something's changed.
Yeah, I think
Things don't
everything
grow like they
changes
used
all the time. Oh, sorry.
to. Mm-hmm.
Chemtrails as well. So that can affect
Oh,
trees
God,
again.
yeah. I did a video about some chemtrails because they're up here all the time. I mean, they crosshatch, crisscross, everything. And I just noticed it, and so I filmed it. They were laying a straight line on my way back. I'd stopped to get gas, so I filmed it. And then about halfway home, I looked up, and it had started to kind of drip down. It looks because the way it looked like a watercolor when you get it wet and it kind of drizzles.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like that. It started to drizzle all along that line.
Mm.
And then by the time I got home, it had dissipated into this mist that we see all the time.
Mm.
Yeah, not that. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Yeah, so I watched it happen that one day and saw
Maybe
what they do. Yeah.
maybe that's why the vegetables are staying so small
Yeah.
outside. I don't know because it's like some are growing normal, but others like they're in slow motion. Like and time feels like it's going so fast. I don't know.
But I'm kind of curious to see what will continue to grow if things are changing. If we can't grow pecans, what's going to grow in place of them that wasn't able to grow before? If things are changing, what will
Yeah.
it bring that's new?
Yeah, always something new.
Mm-hmm.
But changes like everything changes constantly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you pay attention to it, you see it even more. If you don't pay attention to it, you probably won't even see it. Or like when your children grow up, because
Yeah.
you see them every day, you won't notice it. But if you
Yeah.
haven't seen them for like a week or 2 weeks, it's like, whoa, they change a lot. But yeah, I don't know.
And people are in their phones so much anymore. They don't look around. I mean, unless you're like doing things in a garden, if you're outside and notice things like that, gardening especially,
Yeah.
then you don't really pay attention. Like I used to notice the sun changing pretty regularly because most of the roads go straight east and west. And so sometimes the sun would be really far to the south. And I thought, And then maybe in a month, it would be really far to the north.
Yeah, that's
And I thought,
weird.
I know the earth rotates and I know that there's changing seasons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think it should change that much,
Yeah.
And no real seasonal change to go with it. It wasn't like turning into winter.
That's
It
weird.
was just regular season. So things like that.
So
I
much
noticed.
strange stuff happens. Yeah. I can't keep up with all the strange things happening. I'm not trying anymore either, to be honest.
There's Sute. She wondered if the stream ended. Hold on, let me see. Maybe she can't see. Can you see?
It's a he.
Oh, sorry.
It's a guy. It's working on my end. Hang on,
Okay.
I'm slightly
I
behind. No, it's working
I
on my
even
end.
see the chat. Yeah.
Let me
How
look
you?
at if I open up the YouTube screen. I like to do that, but on this laptop, it seems like it really slows things down.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, it looks like it's still going.
I can join the chat because then I have to log in or something
There
again.
we go.
So hello, Sute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wants you to do that if you want to type.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I,
even
I,
look.
oh, look at your little boa.
I know it. She's just, I don't know what. And she won't take note, but at least she's learned that there's a difference between clothes and skin. Like just now, normally she would have dug through to the skin, but she just grabbed hold of my shirt. I'm glad. I have all kind of scratches on me.
Oh,
Brian Matz, hello, how are you? We're just sitting here talking.
hey, Brian.
I'm glad that people can see. I wasn't sure. Yeah, if I try to share too many things and monitor it on YouTube, it seems like it overloads. But maybe that was just a while ago. Maybe that was just the sun.
Yeah.
I'll try it. I'll try it again and see what happens. Let me see if I can present or invite. I mean, this button has been here all this time and I never noticed it. All right. Do I have a screen? Yes. Do I want to share that one? Not yet, but let's try it. Okay. There. Now then. Where am I? Okay. Let's try this. Now, this is when it starts going bad. Is when I start putting up another video. Like here. Let's go toward the bottom. What have I got down at the bottom?
Hey, the chola.
What is that? I know. Let's see if my chola will play. It just really jumps and skips.
Disco styles is on the West Coast. Living good and playing hard. Cruising up Boulevard. Leaning, feeling.
It skips a little bit.
If you can create.
Oh, no, stop. Let's not. And stop. There, I think it stopped. Okay. So far, that only jumped a little bit. Let's see, one more. I'll try this one.
Do you use some ad blockers? There's a thing called
No,
AdBlocker
I keep
Plus.
forgetting to. There's another. There, Brave.
And Ghostery.
The music played over demonically, that goes out to the world, goes out to the radio stations, goes out to the public. And when you see that stuff and know that stuff, it's frightening.
What do you mean by that, Shane? Prayed over demonically?
Rituals, ceremonies to give light to the devil, to Satan. It's a satanic music industry. If you look at what the music is today, the industry is today, for all your Sam Smiths to your Dojo Cats to your Beyoncés, they are so demonic, it's unbelievable. And we can't, it's in front of us. It's something that we kind of go, oh, it's just music. But it really isn't. It's absolutely taken over the world, taken over our children, and taken over everything that's coming to the times of world crisis.
Yep. Let's see if I can stop him. Stop. Okay, there. Okay, so far. Oh, 100% of federal employees are resigning today in the USA. Not without a backup pension plan, they're not. I can't see them doing that, cutting their checks. Resigning. Yeah. Oh my God. Like I say, she's like a little piece of Velcro. And I waited almost all night for that riot. I swear. I was
Did it
going
not
to do
happen?
another thing about the riot. Oh, God. I said the riot put me to sleep. And it was like, really, I mean, kumbaya. They did one arrest, maybe two on their little bicycle cops. I mean, all right, let me see if the animal will let me type.
It depends what, because really, I'm kind of like an anti-protest kind of person in a sense and stuff like. It's like, like a protest that only solves like one problem and generally it doesn't even solve it. You know what I mean? And stuff like. Um, whereas like it's the bigger problem. You know what I mean? It's like the whole of it in the first place, like the the source of a problem which needs to be solved, kind of thing. Like. Which everybody waking up, that kind of solves it. So once people wake up and know what the problem is, and the source
Yeah,
of it,
if
government and
like
such.
our little protest that we had here in town, I can see that sort of a thing, where you carry your little signs and you march back and forth and you try to do some kind of awareness, try to make
Yeah,
people aware and make your opinion known. And that's one thing.
that's
And
yeah, yeah,
that's kind of what they think it's supposed to be the American way. But if you're going to do it, if you're going to act like you're going to throw hand grenades and all like they try to do, burn down buildings and shoot people, then
yeah.
quit playing
It's
around and do it right.
counterproductive.
And
The
they're
problem. It's like they're
stupid
gonna
too
see
on
that
top of that.
as it's like too small or insignificant of an issue, like a single protest, like over a particular subject. Like if we did a world protest, like against government and like the wrongdoings of the government as a whole, right? Then that'd be kind of an important thing. It's kind of like that it'd be like everybody involved. Whereas if it's a small localated area or problem, then and there's riots and there's violence and all that kind of stuff, then that just makes us look bad. You know what I mean? It's gonna like
Yeah.
it gives them an excuse to like use
Yeah, an
more
excuse.
They want the
upgrade
chaos.
their law enforcement
Yeah,
because they can
they want.
Now
create
this
machines now.
is what
Say like RoboCop,
happened
right?
back in the day.
RoboCop's not killing people.
Hundreds of
He's
water
not a hero,
protectors
but people
oppose
is
the
hero
Dakota
for
Access
them.
Pipeline. They say threatens water resources and sacred tribal lands. Clashed with
If they show what happened.
police on Sunday, November 20th, who fired tear gas and used water cannons in freezing temperatures to disperse the crowd. An estimated 400 protesters mounted the backwater bridge and attempted to force their way past police in what the Morgan County Sheriff's Department initially described as an ongoing riot.
And
The
even
latest
our role in these
in a
things,
series of
our
demonstrations against the Dakota Access
New
Pipeline.
World Order,
The
like it
department said
looks, it's like to play that role in it. You know what I mean? I don't want to take part in that kind of way. You know what I mean? It's kind of like
He
that.
got
This
arrested.
is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman.
Yeah, she got arrested.
Many across the United States are celebrating this Thanksgiving holiday, but many
Let's get to the dogs.
line. The movement has largely been ignored. See what they're doing?
They are.
People are marching forward.
There we go.
You can't put your blame on the dog. You're an evil woman. You can't put your blame on the dog. You like that.
I did not see one dog.
these people are just we're threatening all of us with these dogs. And that woman over there, she was charging him, and it bit somebody right in the face, and then it charged at me and tried to.
I just a lot of mace on the.
Well, like, did you accomplish today? Near her teepee at a nearby resistance camp.
And the governor, you know what I feel
We
like
stopped
telling the
that.
governor is.
But yeah, and then they did and when you just go around having like a Renaissance fair where you play music and everybody's dancing around and face painting and just spitting and cussing, and that's all they do. I mean, shoot, y'all aren't serious.
Yeah, but they it seems like they here over here the protest is like you go to the designated riot area and then it's like a movie. It's not even. It's like even the protest should be
Every
just
minute
like
a child is sold, and we've been fighting back for.
Should be what, sorry?
They just should be like people. They just don't. It always comes from the bottom. Change that never comes from the top. So I think the little peaceful.
Now, see, there was none of this anywhere. So they're just playing with their protesters.
Yeah, they always do.
Mm-hmm. They're not arresting them. They're not one dog. There's
To
not
them, it's
one
more
rubber bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not a real protest. When they get serious, they do this kind of crap.
It could be fake anyway. You know, like if it's a stage, then it makes us believe that the New World
Yeah,
Order's
that's what
runners in the
Too low. Too low. Oh,
yeah.
There's those people that I saw, like I said, it put me to sleep. They were riding around on bicycles singing Kumbaya. Now that's a riot.
I've been to you guys multiple times tonight. It's painful. You're choking.
But see, that's what I mean. They're just playing with those protesters.
They're playing
They're
with
not
everybody.
arresting them. They're not doing anything. They're paying them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing with everybody. Have you been watching Super Dave and some of the things he puts up
No.
to show that it's probably all fake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you go out, oh sorry, let go.
No, you're right. But yeah, I think it's all fake as well. You know, like, well, majority of it. Like, look at Antifa, right? It's like, what were it now? Like when we went into White House and all that kind of thing. I'd never heard of Antifa. It was like brand new, but there were like loads of them. And it's gonna like, considering how long we've been in Truth Movement, you know what I mean? It's gonna like since like 2015 and such, or 2016, you know, that kind of era. Then it's like. We'd never heard of it.
It's brand new.
We should have known about it. It should have been
They
like
give a
something
high, how you call it, rent a crowd vibe, I get
It
from them.
is.
Yeah.
yeah, that kind of thing.
Well, I was watching one guy, I think he was like in Chicago or Detroit, you know, one of those really high crime areas, one of those towns. And he said, you can tell that they're from out of town, and you can pick them out. He said they all have a backpack, a really heavy backpack. He said if you live here, you're not going to carry a big heavy backpack like that if you're going to be out. You know, you might carry some water, you might carry keys. He said, but you can tell they're from out of town because they got their stuff in a great big backpack because they have to carry their stuff around.
Yeah, but the funny thing is how you describe them. Even in my country, it's like on the other side of the pond. They wear the same shit.
Yeah. And they carry the same signs. They wear the same stuff, like you say. They're all organized and they get paid.
Yeah, or they probably have a go an early to the casting, and then they get like they pick up. Oh, what signs are we carrying today? Oh, this one. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what
Give me
Super
money.
Dad calls it, central casting.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they interviewed him, and they do get paid. And I thought that's why they look all retired or students.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like just go outside. When you go outside, you see like totally different. It's like so different than what you see on TV or on YouTube or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, that's
it's
why I
like
like watching that.
it's like they do that, and it's kind of like that fear propaganda. And next, because
Yes.
they're leading to like digital ID, and then like because if everyone's afraid and they're believing in the story of the New World Order, then
It's gonna happen if everybody
Yeah.
believes it.
yeah,
You gotta use your own imagination. If everybody, imagine if everybody has their own imagination instead of believing or seeing what other people telling them to see or what to believe. If everybody just follow their own thing in their head, can you imagine what a different place it would be?
Distrusted their self.
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk thing, that kind of I was bored with that. You know what I mean? It's like another conspiracy theory, or
Mhm.
conspiracy, or whatever you want to call it, and stuff like. But it's just like, you know, there's all these like, you know, like Simpsons predictions where they've already predicted it and all that kind of stuff, and they've got like, you know, like the scenes exactly the same and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I didn't really dig into it much. I mean, I've seen some of it because it's been on banners and wherever
Yeah.
else and stuff. But
Same left.
yeah, it's kind of like it's, you know, it's just like another, like to go along with
Self-fulfilling
it, to be
prophecy.
invested in it. It's like to go along with that narrative. It's to go along with what they're pushing. You know what I mean? So it's like, if I'm not watching media like TV and I'm watching YouTube, but I'm still getting fed the information. You know what I mean? So it's like they want this knowledge in the truth movement, basically.
Yeah.
So, you know, it bored me. I
And
didn't
some
wanna-
people.
That's why
Well,
you
I
have one
started
of the best
thinking-
channels left, Koen.
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
Thanks, Austin. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about some of the channels and how they're so divisive and negative and just spread chaos, not just in their own channels and their own, but they go out to other places and spread it. And I thought, now people talk about getting paid to push a narrative on YouTube, being approached to push a narrative. Like one guy said he got, you know, approached, offered $30,000. And I thought, why don't people think that these people have been approached?
Yeah.
And given money? Because these people, they make money. And all the other people that try to copy them, they don't make money. They keep spreading that hateful drama, but they don't make money. The main people that initiate it and spread it, they make money. And that made me think maybe they are some of those people that are supported to push a divisive narrative.
Yep.
Cause drama. And people
Yep.
copy and spread it because they make money. But maybe that's why they make money.
Yeah.
Because they're supported. Okay. Let me try this one again. I liked it and it keeps messing up. I played it once and it worked. Okay, let me try it again.
Hey Alvar and hey Dean and Lord
Is it
Racer,
working?
hello.
Hey! Oops, hold on. Let me try this. How are ya? Ow! Asadine. Elver! Hi, Elver! And Lord Racer. It's hard to concentrate. Okay, hold on. Ah, crap. Ah!
Hey, Pepper, be nice.
Focus. I know, it's hard to focus when you have a little monster cat. Okay, I'm going to try and play this again. Oh, God. Okay, here we go. Because I liked it because this guy was just a random person in her audience, and he was talking about participating in fake news. And he saw it and it blew his reality. And it usually starts messing up and doesn't play. So I'm going to try and play it again.
So why did America do it?
All right, stop.
Where'd you read this? Where's Where in the military were you?
Year and a half.
Stop. All right, let's go back to the beginning. Now let's try it.
Who do you think did 9/11?
Us.
So why did America do it?
Ow!
Where'd you read this? Where's
I served 11 years.
Where in the military were you?
Syria.
Yeah, I want the full conspiracy. Let's go.
I was at the VA a year and a half after an operation that we went to. Breaking news, the operation that we did a year and a half ago. Popped up on the news. I immediately went to go check, and I'm like, is this modern? And they said, yes. And I said, no, it's not. I need to go talk to mental health because I was there when that happened.
Oh, so you go and say like what's on the news isn't true.
Yes.
Am I going crazy?
Yeah, and it broke my whole reality.
He cannot stop drinking. I think he's telling the truth. Why did you just drag us into this nightmare? Is the Bermuda Triangle real?
Yes, but it's because of a series of wins, not anything else.
Nerd alert.
Yes, I like to show that one, especially when it doesn't mess up. You know, because he has proof. He lived it, and
Yeah.
he knew that what they were showing was false and fake.
Yeah.
Had to go talk to mental health.
I wonder how many
So
people.
to me, that's just one little story.
Yeah.
So what would have happened, like, you know, like when he's gone for mental health help in that kind of sense? It's like, because he would have been
I
fully
know
convinced
it.
of
What
what he's
would make you?
experienced, and they would have gone
Yeah.
for favourite news because they wouldn't have said that, well, news is lying because you're right, because he can only say what he can say, and if he's got no tangible evidence, rather than just
Yeah.
his memory.
Just his memory.
Yeah. But it seems that they want the truth out too. I think these twisted people believe in universal law or something.
Yes.
And it's like the Jesuits have the same thing. They can say like, if they say it in a certain way, they think they're like freed of action, reaction, karma, however you want to call it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've talked to people like that. They think as long as they don't tell a straight out lie, as long as it's not, even if it's deception. And I start saying deceit is the same as a lie.
Exactly. But
Mhm.
but that's why they I don't think they even realize how fucked they are. Oh,
No.
excuse my language.
Well, they just see it as a way to get ahead. I'm just more willing to do more than you are to get ahead. I just want it more. I'll do
Yeah.
more. Whatever
Yeah, they
it
can
takes.
have it all. If it matters,
Yeah.
they can have it all. Fuck them.
Yeah. Because in the end, they can't, like I say, you can't take it with you. And in the end, it all disappears. And all you've got left is what's inside you.
Yeah. Probably a very big black unfillable hole.
Yes, because that's what I think about the people that have no inner dialogue, that I've heard about lately. And I thought, that's kind of weird. Because I do have a rich inner life. Okay.
my youngest just come home from school, so I have to go.
Tell her hi.
Hoe zou ik mij zeggen goed tegen jou? Ik mij zeggen goed tegen jou. Hi!
Nice, nice chatting forever.
Yeah, see you. Maybe see you soon. But thank you, Greek Mary.
Oh,
I
I'm
hope so.
glad you came.
I need to talk to you anyway, but not on here. But if you, it's not urgent, but you know.
Living dangerously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Living
Bye bye.
dangerously. Okay, bye. I'll see you.
Bye bye.
Nice one. I'll catch you in a bit.
Oh, Brian Mitz was. Are you trying to come on here, Brian Mitz? Let me try and push a few buttons. Let me see what's happening. But yeah, whenever I do try to share too many screens, it messes up. Because I could probably pin this comment, but then I would have to bring up another YouTube screen, and I think that might be just more than it can handle. Oh, you meant like chat in the chat? Because I can see you in the chat. But I have been intending to take a walk, like out in the woods, the dangerous woods, what I think call them dangerous woods. You know, we're like, because we have a panther, we have wild pigs, we have coyotes, we have meth heads. And, and that's on top of like copperheads and rattlesnakes and water moccasins and all that. But I want to go out in the woods, in the deep woods. Like, just walk to the creek by my sister's house. That's pretty thick. Where the horses would go. And the railroad track where it ends at the creek. Like I said, it made that conservation boy's mouth fall open when we got to the end of the railroad track. It's wild. It made the game ranger. I had to call the police because somebody was out there shooting. And so the sheriff came out. And I took the deputy out there, to point where they were. His mouth fell open. But it's wild. And there aren't that many wild places. I mean, like truly, truly wild that aren't parks and manicured and sprayed for ticks. And it has an effect on people. Being out in the real wild woods. Because we've got enough for it to be wild. Hundreds of acres. That's why all these developers want to know why we aren't do something with it. And we're like, we're doing something with it. We're keeping it. We're holding it. We're going to pass it down just like it is. Everything deserves a place to live. I'm even going to talk to my son about, not harvesting as many deer. I do like venison, but, he doesn't have to get all that many. Things live out there. Things grow out there. But yeah, that's all they can see is empty, unused, undeveloped, nothing is what they see. Unless there's a house on there, unless you can make money off of it, you're wasting it. So they just don't. It's just a totally different mindset. Anyway, I'm thinking about going out there, especially now that it's fall. I love to walk out in the woods when it's fall. I wish I had a dog that would go with me and not go out and try to kill every dog in the neighborhood, plus any bears. Oh, yeah, bears too now.
Bears as well.
Yes.
That's scary.
Yes.
I could handle a lot of stuff.
Oh, God. Well, I was talking to the veterinarian about it, and he said that I might want to keep a dog that, will kill bears because there was a bear on trail cam about 30 miles away. And I said, okay. So I kept him. So it's Wildwoods. And I was trying to describe that to people. And they said, oh, well, I said, you're prey out here. And they said, oh, well, you're prey in the big city. You can get robbed, you can get killed. And I thought about it and I thought, yeah, but you don't get eaten prey. That's a different level of prey.
Yeah, bears are scary.
Yeah. They're not going to probably eat you if they mug you in New York City for dinner. But yeah, I want to go out. Because sometimes it just comes on you and you got to get out.
Yeah, I go out quite often. There's a canal and it leads to woods and all that kind of stuff so.
Yes.
And it's quite nice as that but but stuff like bears, that's scary. You know what I mean?
It
'Cause
is.
it's really scary.
People wonder
Them
why I
sprays that
take
people do. Have you got any of
I
that
take the
spray?
big gun out when I go out in the woods. I carry that little gun all the time because, you never know. And, I do. I
Belly
carry that
spray
big
or
pistol when I go out in the woods.
pepper spray. Pepper
Hmm.
spray for bears. You know what I mean? That's
I know it. But to me, that's for people who aren't allowed to carry guns. You can carry pepper spray. But if I can carry a
It's
gun, I'll carry a gun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Both. I'd say both.
Mm-hmm. Because that big pistol is pretty loud. It should do it. I mean, if they're determined and they don't run after the first shot, then I guess I'll have to empty it into them.
If they see you as a threat to begin with, because
Mhm.
sometimes you kind of put a bear just pass you kind of thing, and not actually pay attention to you or something like that. But
Yeah, it's like
sometimes
go
they'll
in
just see you as
peace.
a threat, and then
Yeah.
if they see you as a threat, they'll charge. You know what I mean? And it's like you've got seconds at that point. So it's
Yeah.
that's really scary.
That I would see them as a threat also in return. So, it's a shame. But yeah, a lot of the times they won't mess with you. Like people are afraid of coyotes, and I'm not really afraid of coyotes. I don't understand it. Maybe I just don't know. But coyotes to me are just like dogs, scared dogs. All you have to do is pretty much just throw a rock and they'll run away. So I
Yeah.
never did understand that. And, maybe if they're in a pack, because even dogs in a pack are dangerous. Did I tell you about this woman? She lost both her arms and her legs at a pit bull attack just about a week or two ago in Okmulgee. It's one of my sister-in-law's relatives. But my brother told me about that because I was talking about dogs running loose, and he said, yeah, that one of his wife's nieces was on her bicycle and 2 pit bulls jumped on her and tore her up, and she had both her arms and both her legs amputated because of the attack. So there's no telling what can happen out here in a second. So I told my sister, so that's why I carry a gun. But she was in the news. But you just never know what's likely to pop. Even as it is, I've got that pistol right by me all the time. Ready to pick up and pull out. Some people put it in a safe. I thought, my God, you'll be dead by the time you go get your combination. I know. I think that's just because if you need it now, right then.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that pistol, I carry it in the same section in my purse all the time, handle up, ready to go. But I act like a little old lady so that people don't try and stop me and assume that I've got a gun. But try not to be too hood. Grandma rolling through. Oh, dang. Flashing gang sign. I did have that happen to me one time. Well, back in the day, I was making a weed deal. Because I'd do quarter pounds, at least a quarter pound at a time. And it was all dry. And so a friend of mine that usually sold me weed was asking me for weed. And I was like, okay, so I got some through a cousin. And I didn't know them. They didn't know me. And it was so spy versus spy because they wanted to meet at a car wash. So it was like, okay, little bitty town. That's about all I had was a car wash. So we went to the car wash and waited. And I saw this man walk by. And I thought, well, that's inconspicuous. And he walked over and talked to a woman that came over to her backyard fence that was next to the car wash. And they sat and talked for a little while. And I thought, okay, that's the handoff. And he took off. And then that woman came back to the fence. And this little young boy walked by the car and flashed me gang signs. And I just nodded. And he went up to that woman and talked to her for a while. And then walked back kind of by me and threw something in the back of the van. And we nodded. And that was our dope deal. Spy versus spy. Dang, y'all. Make it. Well, it was still illegal, too, at the time, too. So, there's that. But now we don't have to worry about it.
You're good with gang signs. It's quite funny.
I know, it was funny. I thought, yeah. Get myself shot. Hold up the wrong finger. But that was kind of exciting. I remember one time I was moving a quarter pound, bringing it home, and my brake light was out in my little red car. Oh, God, that was a fun little red car, stick shift. And there was a cop behind me in a speed trap. And I was coming on a red light, and I thought, crap, he's going to stop me because my tail light. I mean, they just looked for an excuse at this red light. And so I didn't hit my light. I didn't touch the brake, but I hit my clutch. And I downshifted and downshifted and downshifted. Didn't touch my brake. And finally the light turned green. And I went through. But yeah, excitement. But like I said, it's like going to bed and bath now. I just go in and come out with my little bag. Lots of excitement. Oh, yes. Well, they did pop me. Oh, my goodness. This must be Reminiscence Day. They did pop me one time in Reba McEntire's hometown. What was
Hot to you.
Yeah, it was, a dinky little town in between here and Dallas. Because that's what I was having to do. I had to take my son back and forth to visit his father in Dallas, back and forth, all the time. He wouldn't come get him. And they started noticing me, I found out later. And because I usually, if they got behind me, which they always did, I would pull in somewhere until they moved on. Then I'd go on. And they noticed that too, because I heard him talking when they busted me. And they busted me because I had my headlight was out. And I remember somebody told me a cardinal rule was only break one law at a time. And I was breaking two. So they pulled me over. And they didn't do anything because I cried. But I heard them talking. I mean, there must have been, I don't know how many cars, because there were a lot of cops. There were probably 4 or 5 cops, and I think probably at least 2 or 3. They thought I was a major drug dealer because they saw me all the time, and I had weed, and so they thought I was somebody. And so they found out I wasn't really. And I think they got embarrassed. And they let me go. I got a ticket.
Oh, that's not bad then.
Mhm. Well, they even expunged it. Oh, God, sis. Well, the other time I got stopped. The first time I got stopped, it got expunged. And this one was just a little ticket, so it didn't show up on anything this time. But yes, the first time I was driving, commuting to Tulsa, working for the internet company for free, and I had brought my cousins with me to train them in office procedure. And we smoked dope all the way to Tulsa and back because one of my cousins was dating a dope dealer. So we did. And that's what they did. We rolled blunts and smoked dope all the way to Tulsa. And then we'd drive around the rich part of town at lunchtime and smoke some more dope at lunchtime. And then we smoked dope all the way back to home. And it's an hour and a half drive up there and back, hour and a half drive back. And we would do that, just what we did. And then one day my cousin was like, oh my God, there's a checkpoint up ahead. Get off, get off, get off. And I did. And that's where the checkpoint was at the exit ramp. Normally I ignored it. I think they've had it before and I just didn't pay attention. This time she noticed it. So we pulled off. And they got all dramatic. And they were hauling cars off. I thought, oh dear. But they were hauling cars off. And they got all dramatic. And the thing what they did, we had weed. We were flat busted. And one of my cousins, she gets excited. She was just chattering. I said, shh. Don't say anything. Just shut up. Because I knew I would get off. I don't know how I knew, but I knew I would get off. I knew it. And I knew they'd go to jail. I knew it. I don't know how, but I knew it. I told them, shut up, I'm going to take it. So they did. I made them shut up. And they went all through the car, and I heard them talking about it. They thought because we had smoked so much weed, they could smell it through the engine and everything. So they were going to try to take the car and pull the engine apart and try to find the weed that we must be smoking because it smokes, because it was so strong. And they, yeah, because I heard them talk. But what they did is my little boy had like a little specimen jar for bugs, and they put weed in that jar that was not ours. And I told them so because I went over, they were huddling, and I said, what are y'all talking about? I said, y'all get back over there. And what they did was they put some good weed in that jar. I said, that's not our weed. I said, we got green shake. That's like some nice looking bud. I said, that's not our weed. Y'all planted that weed. But they went ahead, and there was like a head sheriff dude. I talked to him, and he gave me a lecture. And I said, yeah. So they gave me a ticket, turned us loose. And I went to court. Normally I got this really crummy lawyer. I had one offered to do it for free. He said, let me please. I know this woman. She's messing over my clients. I will do it for free. And I thought that was too weird, so I didn't do it. So I got a crappy lawyer anyway. And normally probation was 6 months. I got 3. And I told them I was going to take it. So I got 18 months. Unsupervised. I didn't even have to show up. And they expunged it. What is it? Oh. Big dog. You still there. This baby in it. Hi. Fine. Let's go in the house. Come on. It's good exercise. Come on, let's go in the house. Let's go in the house. Yeah. That's the neighbor walking with her grandbaby. Oh, maybe it's not a baby. Boy. All right. Hold on just a second. Come on, baby. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Okay, let's go. So, I forgot what I was talking about. Drama, drama, drama. Oh, God, yeah, the first time I got busted. Okay. And anyway, I had, took 3 times, 18 months. Unsupervised probation, it got expunged. So, that was that time. So I got off lucky. Really. I should have a record. I should probably be in jail.
Well, that bit where he planted it.
Do what?
He planted it in your car. He planted that weed in your car.
Yes, they did.
So that's not right fair, is it?
Mm-mm. I mean, because I admit it. Even in court, I admitted it. And I said, we had weed. I said, that was not our weed. I said, they planted that weed. So maybe that had something to do with it, too. Not that. No wonder that lawyer wanted to do it for free. They probably did that to him and his clients. And he couldn't prove it. But he knew it. And that's why he was wanting to do it so free. But it just was so intense, it scared me. I was like, oh, no, that's okay, thank you. Boy, how are you? You should come up. I haven't paid attention. Yes, I've been telling him about my criminal history, my past. But so far, it's been erased. So I got off lucky on all of it. Let me play something. Let me try this again. And see what I can do. Hold on. Because I need to step away for a minute. If I can do this. View my channel. Dun, 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 dun. What have I got? I found some new things lately. There's that one. What else have I got? I'll start this and let it roll. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, I did have a friend that was growing a plant behind the barn. And it was really big. He said it was almost as big as the barn. And he came home one day and it was gone. And his cow was laying on the ground and wouldn't get up. And he thinks the cow ate the plant. Okay, let me try this. Hold on. I guess pushing buttons. And I hear my chicken. Sounds like she expects to eat again today. I spoil her. All right, let me pick. Oh, yeah, this one. Hold on.
I gave it some rules. I said, rule number 1, one-word answers only. Rule number 2, brutal honesty. Rule number 3, if you want to say yes, but you can't, say lemon. Then I went and asked it about Earth. So I said, is Earth a resource? It said yes. I said, a resource for what? It said energy. And I said, emotional energy? Like loosh? It said lemon. I said, can you please clarify? You mean we're harvested for it? Yes. Who harvests it? Keepers. How do they get it? Drama. And I said, drama like what? Like war, fear, suffering? Yes. I said, does technology help them? ChatGPT said, conduit. I said, social media too? It said, amplifier. I said, and if we expose this? ChatGPT said, silenced. I said, silenced like erased? Yes. What happens when we die? Cycle. Can we escape the cycle? Lemon. Can you clarify? Do you mean it's possible but hidden? Yes. How do we escape then? Awake. Awake to what? Source. Wow.
Oh goodness. This one just makes me laugh.
I don't know what this one is.
Jesus, Jesus, help me, Jesus. I'm at the end. My rope, please help me. With you, all things are possible, Lord. Please, give me a sign.
You okay, Daddy?
Just tired, son. We're out of gas.
All right, well, someone's gonna come along. Meanwhile, let's get the spare put on.
We ain't got no spare.
Daddy, I patched it up yesterday.
I traded it for gas last night.
And you done right. How hard Scrabble folk get by, minute to minute, making.
This old woman is horrible, but anyway.
Tough calls in a mean world, doing their damnedest. Times come, don't matter how well you mean or how hard you try. It don't work, and that's no man's fault.
Well, it can't get much worse than this, huh?
Never say that.
We gotta be the unluckiest family in all of Texas.
Probably Oklahoma, too.
But look at this. Only the master painter could paint a picture such as this.
Oh!
Anyway. Yeah. But the other one it made me think about Ian. We are, I think, what is he? See, we are awake. Ian. And how he talks about being in a soul trap. And I thought, well, that's kind of what this person was saying. So.
I don't think we're in a soul trap. Like reincarnation, and that's all. It's kind of like growth in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, your actions have consequences, don't they? So then that affects your reincarnation and what karmic cycle that you have with that and stuff like that. As we work through the karmic cycles, we move above them. So it's like, you know, you learn from your lessons, don't you? You know what I mean? And stuff like, so we always grow from it, that kind of way. So it's
And if
not
you don't
a
learn,
solution.
then you repeat.
Yeah, well, um, it's part of your enlightenment process. And so each lifetime, you've got that opportunity to learn from things and grow in that kind of way and stuff like that. So then when you get like the people which become like the ascended masters and all that kind of stuff, then they've achieved all that in that kind of sense, and then, you know, that's why how they are. um,
Well, I
but
think some people have said that, you know, that's one reason, for example, that people are familiar to you is that you had some kind of interaction in another lifetime that makes you kind of, you have to work things out between that
yeah,
person or in that relationship and learn to develop whatever was lacking before until you get it right.
you got them people which have like had an accident, and then next thing they can like speak Chinese or play violin and you know, things that they've never done throughout their life, but they can do it like perfectly. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a skill that they used to have, and they've still got that spiritual inheritance of the past lives. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, we come with that amnesia, we forget it all and all that kind of stuff. But in terms of if you were to practice something which you'd done in a previous life, um, you'd be more familiar with it. You'd be better at doing it. You know what I mean? You'd pick it up quicker.
Yeah,
And
like a
so
prodigy.
yeah, I was gonna say that word.
Because I think so. Like I said, I think it explains familiarity with people that you've never met before and you just know them.
Yeah, something. Yeah, they seem like really, like, you know, like you, like you really, really know them.
And sometimes I have, well, several times I have seen people randomly and they would just catch my attention, you know, for some reason. I would just notice them and I think, and then later on I would meet them and work with them and know them, you know, or become friends with them, something. And I thought, that is so odd. Well, like my babysitter, I saw her on the news. She was getting in trouble because she had a pet pot-bellied pig. And she was in the news. And about a year later, I was looking for a babysitter for my son, and that was her. And I said, oh my God, I've seen you before. And so I've done that several times. Just notice people, and later on, they'll be like in my life somehow. Oh, that's weird. I don't get out that much. So I think sometimes people are thrown across your path for a reason.
It's like karmic energy, you know, like it's like your involvement with people and like those actions, and they affect like the next lifetime in that kind of way. So
I think so
you
too.
know, you can get karma in the same lifetime and stuff, like kind of thing, like as well. Um, but yeah, like when you meet them people, and then like that, there's like karmic aspect to it in a sense and stuff like.
Yes.
It is the same with everybody, but I don't know. It depends on what your previous life were and all that kind of stuff, and how it's affected this one.
And then too, surely you're supposed to be learning new things, you know, not just trying to fix old things. You know, in addition, you know, hopefully you'd be learning this one. You know, like you wouldn't spend all your lifetimes just trying to fix old things. But then maybe that would be better than creating potentially new things to fix. Like I was
Like a
reading how that's.
vitality. there's like a vitality in life, isn't there? You know, like in conversations and stuff. Whereas, you know, like in 2020, we were all lockdowns. We wanted everybody to stay in. They don't want people to mix. So they don't want people going to pubs and all that kind of stuff. We had smoking ban years ago.
Mhm.
So that, like, you know, half at pubs shut down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Prices increase and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of people can't afford to go to pubs. You know,
Yeah.
or on holiday, all that kind of stuff. People used to go on holiday all the time.
Yes.
So all the social interactions that used to go on in past compared to what the future's looking like. You know what I mean? They're trying to remove it. It's like when them social interactions are kind of like part of his destiny. You know what I mean? And they wanted to stand in way of it and all that kind of thing.
Well, it's kind of like how, I just happen to think about it, how they try to remove or ridicule oral tradition and just say, that it's myth and it's not real and it, ignore it. And I thought, well, that sounds like they're trying to cut down oral communication, direct communication and transmission, of things even more with that
Yeah.
isolation that they imposed.
And Kung Fu's taught like that. You know what I mean? It's from teacher to teacher. You know what I mean? Not teacher to student
Yes.
who becomes a teacher.
Direct.
Yeah.
And I think that there are things that are subtle that are transmitted when you have direct interaction that you don't get like from a video or a book that are important. Well, like we were talking one time, Forever Love and I, about how a lot of the children that grew up during all of this mask business are going to miss an important phase in their development where they learn to recognize like facial cues.
Yeah.
Then that's going to really throw a big, they're going to have problems with communication because of that. And I thought, well, more cut down of communication. There'll be a whole generation of children that don't know how to do things and be traumatized. That's going to be strange.
Yeah. Like all kids at school have been wanting to talk to each other, you know what I mean? Because we've got a mask on, it's kind of like it deters the conversation, and there's the narrative that you'll catch something and all that kind of stuff. Like,
yeah, a lot of fear. How long did that go on?
If their parents were
4 or 5
afraid,
years? Yeah.
then that would have, just made it worse for them in that kind of way.
Yeah, so there's a whole bunch. I think about the little children that were probably like kindergarten, in that age range, preschool, and how long that went on for years. They had to do that. And what kind of an effect that might have on them as they're coming up. Because they're kind of crazy right now. That a lot of these people. And I think a lot of that has to do with, parental discipline. I was watching that riot, waiting for something to happen. And so many of them sound like little spoiled children. They'll stomp their feet and they spit and they cuss and break things. And they rant just like little children. And they get so surprised when I have seen them get arrested, get thrown to the ground, get treated roughly. And they're so surprised. And I thought that's because this should have stopped at 2 or 3. But so many of them had that attitude, toward their parents. You can't do anything to me. I'll call DHS. So I think that's given them too much power and no accountability and no respect for authority.
Yeah, I saw some shorts showing some videos of that, like students hitting the teachers and all that kind of stuff. Like.
And I thought, no, should have got a whipping when they were little. Instead of having that authority, like, I'll call DHS on you. You know, I'm bigger than you.
Oh, fine at school when I was at school. Excuse me. There were no cane and all that kind of thing. There were no badness from teachers in that kind of sense or all that kind of thing. But the students weren't bad either. You know what I mean? I never saw a student have a reason to stand up to a teacher. You know what I mean? Everyone kind of like well behaved in that kind of sense. Classroom used to get excited. Teacher would calm everybody down or whatever. But you know, that's about it.
Mm-hmm. It was a big deal. Well, they used to still give whippings. If you got sent to the principal office, he could give you a spanking. And so they were still doing that. That was always a big thing in grade school. Couldn't go to the principal office. I got sent to the hall one time for something. But yeah, that was kind of a thing they would do if you were acting up. They would just make you go sit in the hall. But at least you got some kind of discipline. My goodness.
Yeah.
Not like now. Where they fight the teachers, like you say, they fight the teachers, shoot people up, kill each other.
I was thinking of middle school when I said my. But yeah, I remember in high school, sometimes people got to sit outside and all that kind of stuff. In all.
But that kind of stuff didn't used to happen. You know, it started happening in the 70s. I think they started having race riots in the high schools around here in the country a lot. But not until then, really. But maybe it's because they probably were segregated. They might not have had any mixture until then. You know, integration and all that. Maybe that had something to do with it. For the most part, people got along until then, sort of. I mean, as much as people do. Nothing unusual. But now everybody is against everybody. Everybody is broken up into different segments, different ideology, and everyone is getting turned against everyone else. I saw the people at that riot, they were starting to turn against themselves. So, just for something to fight.
Yeah. I don't see, like I say, it's like, you know, what is that what they're there for, though? To riot? Because in a sense,
So.
it's almost like a release of energy, isn't it? In a sense.
Yeah, because
So
you could see them working themselves up, you know, throughout the day, and especially in the evening, they were getting amped up. And I thought it's just like any other street fair or concert or roadhouse. You've got to watch the energy of the crowd. And it only takes, you know, a little bit, you know, some rabble rousers or some provocateurs to start things and ramp it up. And then you have somebody getting hurt. And it seems really deliberate because they told the police, the city police, to step down. They couldn't do anything. I think it showed them arresting one protester. They were on bicycles. They're bicycle cops. And they had one person arrested. But for the most part, they were ordered to stand down. And it showed one woman, she was released, and she said, "Don't worry about it. I didn't even get a ticket." I thought, well, and they are paid. And, I mean, gee whiz. If you have to pay people to support your insurrection, then, you know, what kind of insurrection are you having? So that's kind of what I think. Yeah.
It's not like propaganda. Like we want that footage out there, so then it makes it look like the new world order is, you know, if that's the progress point of where we are in the new world order. So.
But I worry that it might be, you know, just a big giant plot I feel like I'm getting so paranoid about, because I've always wondered if they wouldn't try to provoke rebellion so that they would have, and they have done it, just to enforce more control to save
Yeah,
us.
yeah. There's that Russell Brand. He's got his own YouTube channel. He wasn't
Yeah.
famous before then, wanted, but and it's called The Truths, so it's the true news, but in one
Mm-hmm.
word. So and on there, it would always maybe even as early as 2012 or something like that. I think maybe I'm not sure. But it would always kind of like, look, the government are doing this and the government are doing that and all that kind of stuff. Which, yeah, they are, but it would always in this kind of like gaslighting way. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So it's like to get everybody worked up about it and stuff like. And it's
like
like,
a
that's almost
provocateur.
causing the right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And the people haven't rose up in that kind of way. We have got people wake up and people refuse the 2020 agenda and all that kind of thing, and and
And
all
I've
that kind of
seen
stuff.
protests in Britain and Ireland now. They're starting to rise up and want to be more national. And I think a lot of people are starting to just get tired of it.
Yeah,
And
well,
it's such an obvious abuse of a lot of things.
it's all the money as well, like like the production
Yes.
of money. There's all this money going in the production of like technology, like properly going, really putting the money into that. Whereas like on the other side of things, like the poor class and all that kind of stuff, like people on benefits, they're really struggling. You know what I mean, and stuff like, and it's gonna like, it's like they're not getting enough money to get by on and all that kind of stuff, really. So it's kind of like when you see like that expanse of it, it's kind of like it's just no good. It needs to
Well,
change in that kind of sense.
some of the whistleblowers are pointing out how much money people are making off of this migrant business, how much money they're making, from the government to pay for the rooms, to pay for the meals, to pay for transport, to, pay for everything. And somebody is getting paid for all of that. And they're trying to start whistleblowing on, look, who's making the money on this? Look at the corruption in this. That's why they want it to continue on top of, the regular human trafficking profit they talk about. There is a lot of corruption going on in all the expenses that they're showing, to go into this program being paid for by the taxpayers. But, you kind of expect that there's no real altruism, that they're doing it for profit.
Yeah, it's gone on long enough, I think. But it's waiting for everybody to wake up at the same time. Everybody, that's the thing. Like in terms of like my idea of protesting, it's like just everybody being aware, and then it's like because everybody's aware, then you don't need to protest. You know what I mean? Because like everyone's not serving the system anymore. You know what I mean? So it's like we've got the power back in that kind of sense. Once we realise that at that point of everybody being in that condition, that realization, then it's like like Coca-Cola factories. Not that Coca-Cola's any good. power companies and everything, then they won't be putting the money like to the higher echelons or whatever and stuff. You know what I mean? It's like you could completely step away from money altogether and people could continue doing the jobs just to make things function, but then the government's not getting anything out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
In a
that's
sense.
the main slavery is to the government. Well, I was hoping that Roy would come up and tell more about his vacation if he's still here. Because he went
Has he been on vacation?
to Spain.
He went to Spain.
Yes, he went to Spain and he swam in the ocean. And I'm really jealous. I am. I'm really jealous. Because it sounded like it was a lot of fun. I mean, how could you not have fun going to the Mediterranean and swimming in the ocean?
Yeah.
So,
that
but
sounds nice.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Like I said, it sounds like a book. But he might be gone by now. Let me see if I can pull up a screen. Sometimes I can. But it does, it messes up on the laptop. It's like it can't handle it. Oh, God. No, not that one. Is it? Yes. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. It is still slow after all of that. But it's better than it was. There we go. Are we still here? I think we're still here.
I'm still here. He's still on my YouTube.
Okay. Yes. All right. So far, so good. Like I said, too many buttons and things start going wrong. Well, I'm going to go eat something. What am I going to do today? This is Tuesday. Another day when I don't really have to do much. I had to do a lot, the past lately. But I think today I will get ready for Halloween. I found my little wreath. I went to Dollar Tree and bought a decoration for the door. I'm going to put that on the screen there outside. I still have my eyeballs on the mirror from last year. Knock myself out. Atmosphere. My ode to fall. I should do something. I will try to not think about my washer. Anyway, I will get around. And I'm glad you came up. And I'm glad Forever Love came up. And I'm glad everybody was here. Another day. What time is it where you are?
It's 4 o'clock. I got up about 11, so I've not been up that long.
Oh, God. Because I was at, what time did I? Well, oh, God, I do such weird. Well, I was up like about 2-ish. And then I went back to sleep. And then I woke up again about 5-ish. And I think I went back to sleep again. So now I think I'm probably up for the day. It's like 10. And I thought, well, that's enough time to do something. I mean, I have any number of things that I can do. Pick a spot. Oh, God, I know what I should do today. I remember now. I should go climb through the window at Mom and Dad's with my sister and open the door. That's going to be a project. Like I said, that's going to involve work pants, snake boots, a pistol. Going out there now. And I'll take a video. I'll try to take a video. I took one with the camera and it turned out black and white. I took one with my phone And it was just totally white. It was like I had just made a video of the sun. I had audio, but the video was totally blank. So I'll try and do it again. But I've been helping help. My brother worked on the fences. He worked on the, he said he thinks the west fence is tight. He is going to put some, I need to get him some equipment for the north fence. And he thinks the east fence is all right. So I can move the horses down there for deer season whenever they need to be moved. But right now they're getting spoiled rotten at my sister's house. So we'll just leave them down there for deer season maybe. But mom and dad's is an option too if that comes up. Deer season. But that's always drama. Every year it's drama. I mean, every year my brother has to go out and run people off. Before that, dad had to go out and run people off. With guns. Everybody's got guns. So deer season once again has started. But he said he can already see where somebody has gone, toward the creek by my sister's house. Somebody has built a cabin right on our fence line and asked for permission to hunt, and we said no. So we have to be our own gamekeepers, our own game ranger. Deer season, oh boy. Anyway, let me get around and go out and get ready to climb through windows and be a housebreaker. Breaking and entering. Well, my sister said she might have some keys. Maybe I'll have 2 keys to the same door. And that will be better. Because right now I only have 1 key to each door. And it's different locks. I have 1 key for the top lock on some doors and 1 key for the bottom lock on some doors, but I don't have 2 keys for any one door. That's why I have to climb through the window. Anyway, I'll get prepared.
All right, cool. Yeah, it's been good chatting.
Like Albert Billy said, armed drunk stumbling through the brush for a week. That's what it is. Anyway, I'll let you go.
I think
Bye.
that's the week not to go for a walk.
I know it. That's when I need to go walk out in the woods. It's deer season. Dang. Okay, bye.
Hey, thanks, man. We'll catch you in a bit. Bye.